Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing a very chilled out video. It's kind of those vibes. It's quite cloudy outside. We're going to be discussing a YouTuber that we've spoken about before on this channel, Elle Darby. If you haven't seen the previous video that I did on Elle Darby, I will leave it linked above and at the end, but you might want to go and watch that video first so that this video makes sense. But before we do start, please do like and comment on the video. It really does help the channel and pushes the video out there, and please do subscribe and join this little family that we're building. But without further ado, let's get into the video. Elle Darby was a YouTuber, British YouTuber. She was a fitness YouTuber slash or turned into family vlogger, almost like daily vlogger. Then she had a baby and it was her husband and her baby. Now she was growing around, she was gaining around 40 odd thousand followers a month before what happened 6 months ago happened, when unfortunately it was discovered, well, not unfortunately for her, but unfortunately for the people it offended, she was discovered to have done, as well as her husband, many racist and I think also homophobic tweets. Again, I'll leave the video linked up above, but I'll show some on the screen here. When this all came out, obviously people were upset, people were offended. I can't speak on behalf of the people that were offended, because the people that were offended are not predominantly white British like me, because it appears from the tweets that she'd put out that that is the only people, the only set of people that she seems to like. Everybody else was fair game in her eyes for comments, jokes, racism, basically. Now that was 6 months ago. Elle did an apology video, sat down in front of the camera, clean, soft-spoken, sad eyes, and she said she was sorry. She didn't realise even recognise that those tweets were hers when they first got shown, which I find just an insane excuse. But then she disappeared, which I imagine was from the advice from her management or whoever it is that she has that helps her with her YouTube. Completely disappeared, went away. So now she's back, and her first video that she uploaded was coming back to YouTube. It was just that simple title, all lowercase, and it was her, it was as if she was explaining where she'd gone, but almost as if it wasn't because of the drama that had happened. I call it drama, obviously it's a lot more serious than that.
But you should have put some notes together or a structure of what I would like to say after 6 months of thinking about this moment and building it up to be something really big in my mind. But I've decided against that because I would just like to do this again.
She doesn't really, she almost purposefully tries to stay away from talking about that at all, which I suppose may have been advice from, again, her management to say don't bring it back up. It's been 6 months, it'll have flown over, and your followers that follow you and still like you will come back and it'll be fine. Other drama will have happened. That's not really how racism should work, but that may be what their thinking is. My issue is that this entire video, she is talking as if she left YouTube for self-healing, almost as if something had happened to her and she needed that time away. Not that she'd upset and offended thousands of people that had followed her, invested their time in her, really looked up to her, and had been heartbroken, especially younger people, heartbroken by these comments. For her to come on screen, and I will show some clips as I'm going through, but she talks a lot about healing. She needed time to heal herself. What are you healing from? You're healing from being called out for being racist. No one was nasty to you, no one was racist to you. They reacted because of the bad thing you had done. You are the one that's hurt people. Those people are the ones that need to heal from the comments that you had made. So at the beginning of the video, she does this montage of her husband, her baby. They're on the beach, they're living the life. It was very long. In my opinion, the reason that she's done this is, for one, sympathy, because nobody's going to be nasty to a baby. 2, to bring her hardcore followers, fans that still don't think she did anything wrong or are maybe younger, to bring them back, make them feel like they haven't missed anything, or show them what they've missed, bring them back in, part of the family, remember why you loved us, remember that you're part of us, that kind of thing. And also to give off this new wholesome look. The video was done in a way to try and be very wholesome, and I think it's almost like when a brand rebrands when something's happened or when things have got a bit stale. She's trying to show through the video, through lighting, through scenery that they've picked, I'm a wholesome person. I have changed, without actually saying it. She did turn the comments off for the first few videos. Again, I understand why she's done it, because they don't want people bringing up in the comments the scandal, because they're trying to get as far away as that as possible, and they're hoping once they get a few videos off the ground, the only people commenting and still watching are going to be followers that like her, that still agree with her, or that have just got over it. So I do get it, but it's still a bit annoying, because it just shows that she's not willing to listen still to those that didn't agree with her. But that's my opinion. So the video is, after the very, very long montage, the video is her sitting in an office telling us about, I'd like to say how she's changed, but she doesn't do that. She doesn't show us how she's changed. The video is her in an office. There's this really weird, obvious staged almost part where the dog's at the door and she lets the dog in and she carries on filming, and
I think that's Herbie wants to come in. Hang on. Nice. Good boys. Got a little helper here. Another one.
It's meant to be very authentic, because she is trying to portray that she is now going to be authentic. Authentic to what? Social media is not authentic. Even the way I speak now, I have had to learn. You can't just talk the way I would normally talk like this to people. It's not engaging. So I don't walk around talking like this to everybody that I speak to. I try to talk louder and clearer and more engaging, because I'm doing a video and it will look boring if I just sat monotone talking like this. So even the voice that you do on camera is not authentic. I can understand trying to stay true to yourself, your opinions, your values, but if she's staying authentic to herself and she hasn't changed, that's not actually somebody that I personally would want to follow anyway. So it doesn't really make sense, but she's trying very hard with this authenticity situation with her filming style, it looked like. Then she goes on to tell us about how she needed this time. The thing that annoys me about this video the most is that she spends the whole time talking as if something happened to her that meant she had to take the 6 months away. It's almost as if there was a horrific event or she'd been ill, as if something happened and she needed this 6 months away, not that she got caught out for being vulgar, racist, nasty, and took that time away because of the pressure from the people that she'd offended, from the outlash of the things that she'd done. So that it's annoying. She doesn't, I can understand not wanting to bring it up, but it's almost as if the break was like a planned break because she'd overworked herself or burnout or anything like that. She talks about how she needed the time to heal. Heal from what? Heal from being called out, heal from the backlash, the people you offended and upset, the people that followed you, gave you their time, gave you their attention. Those are the people that need to heal from the hurt that you've caused. What are you healing from? Then she talks about self-love and how she had to learn again about self-love. What about learning to love all? What about learning to love different cultures, different nationalities? Why do you need self-love? It's the other people, the people that you offended, the people that you have these horrible opinions of. that you need to learn to love. It's so out of touch, it's unbelievable, it just completely over her head. But this is what she's talking about: healing, loving herself, basically the entire video. She then puts a new video up that is, we've cancelled our wedding, or we've had to cancel our wedding. Spoiler alert, they haven't. They have downsized their wedding. So from what she'd said in the past, it sounded like the wedding was going to be a pretty extravagant, expensive wedding. Now, the way she makes out in the video is that the situation that happened, her being racist, the situation that happened is some kind of enlightenment. What has it enlightened her to do? To learn about other cultures, to speak to those that she offended, to learn why she has these deep-rooted negative opinions and thoughts about other people. No, it enlightened her to reduce the size of a wedding. Now, the opinion of a lot of people, and I share this opinion, is that she probably had to downsize the wedding because of money. If you think about it, when she was doing well on YouTube before 6 months ago, and what happened, she was on a steady uphill trajectory. She was gaining quite a significant amount of subscribers, she was getting a lot of watch time, she had a lot of sponsorships. All of that would have gone away overnight. She significantly decreased her following. A lot of people unsubscribed because of this. Then she will have been getting less views because she wasn't uploading anything new. Sponsorships would have been gone, from she wouldn't have been getting any videos sponsored. So would she have been poor? I doubt it. But at the time of planning the wedding, I imagine she would have had a significantly heightened idea of how much money she would have and how much she would be able to afford. Now that she's back on YouTube, there's still no guarantee how fast or if she will be able to get to that level again. So it would make sense that she would have to decrease the size of the wedding and how much that she'd be spending on it. I don't think it's got anything to do with enlightenment. I don't think she actually knows what that means, but I think it's definitely more, in my opinion, to do with the money side of things, because like I said, it was planned, it was meant to be huge. I'm sure it was going to be very, very expensive. And then lastly, the road trip. Now, if you were hoping that she had been away from these 6 months, she'd been trying to look into herself, as I said before, find out where these negative thoughts and opinions about other people come from, learn to get not even get along, learn to accept and understand other cultures. If that's what you were hoping she was doing with this 6 months away, you would be disappointed. She was away on her travels, 6 months across America to be exact. A lot of people I know, me personally, would love to do something like that. It sounds amazing. It doesn't sound like much of a learning or even well, I say punishment. Obviously, I'm not talking like a child sitting on a naughty step, but it's not what I think of when I think of someone spending 6 months away because of the things that she had been called out for. But that's what she did. She talks about this, and the ironic thing is, during this video, she's talking about how amazing it was, all the things that she did, how much she enjoyed it. Is during the video, it cuts to her editing. Now, I don't know if she edits the videos herself or if somebody was editing the video and has said, this doesn't sound great. And she does an editor's comment where she talks to camera, and basically it's normally used if you've forgot an important piece of information but you've already stopped filming, or you want to clarify something because when you're editing it doesn't sound like it is clear enough. And she does this editor's comment.
I didn't want the answer to that question to come across as insensitive or as if it just felt like, oh, I went away on the holiday of a lifetime and ignored everything that happened. We spent a lot, if not the majority of that trip, doing a lot of work internally and externally. I have said since I came back to social media that maybe this work is something I want to share, maybe it's something I keep private. It's a really hard balance to try and find, because I don't want anybody that I hurt feeling like I'm just sat here not doing anything.
Basically saying, oh, I know that it might sound bad, I'm talking about going on holiday and enjoying myself and doing all of this, but I forgot to mention I was also doing charity work. She put up some pictures from the charity work. Whether or not she'd done the charity work as a publicity stunt, or to make herself feel better, or because a partner wanted to, or because her managers wanted to do it, the fact that she spent that whole video talking about all the things that she enjoyed and what must have meant the most to her to bring up, and she forgot to mention the charity work. It just says everything that you need to know, in my opinion. I want to believe that she done the charity work, that she learned from it, that what the reason she done it was to learn and to appreciate other cultures, other people other than white British, which from the previous comments that had come out, it was obvious that they're the only people that she seems to like. So I'd like to think that that's what she did. Do I believe that? No, I imagine she probably was just travelling, enjoying herself, getting away from all of the negative comments and people telling her she was wrong, doing a little bit of charity work to get the photos, and then has come back. Because the fact that she forgets it, I just think somebody was editing a video and has gone, that doesn't look very good, you've been away, you were supposed to have learned. Oh yeah, the charity pictures that we got you to take is how it come across. Now, I wanted to make sure that I'd done an update. That's where we're up to so far. She is getting around 140,000 views, maybe a little bit less now. Some of them will have just been people trying to find out why she was back and if she was going to say anything, like me, for example. Then you'll have a hardcore fans, some of them young, some of them that just think that it was blown out of proportion and she didn't do anything wrong. So I still personally think that that's too much. At the end of the day, the views is money flowing into her pocket. I don't think she's shown in any way change or learning. I think if you are someone on the edge and you're not sure whether to go back to supporting her, maybe enough time has passed, maybe she's sorry, ask yourself, has she shown that she's changed, that she understands what was wrong with what she said, that she has learnt, and that she has shown actions or spoken words that show you that she understands what she did wrong and that she's changed, and that she will continue to learn and improve. Because if the answer to that is no, and you don't think that she has changed, you don't think that she's learned, you don't think that she understands, nothing's changed since she left. And should you really be giving her that income? Should you really be giving her your time of day? For me personally, it's no. For you, it might be different. If you've got any opinions, even if they are different to mine, please do leave them in the comments down below. I love having discussions, even if you don't agree with me. If you've got any suggestions for any other topics that you want me to cover, please do let me know, and please check out some of my other videos. I would love if you could like and comment on this video because it helps push it out for the algorithm. And I would also love if you could subscribe to this channel and join the little family that we're building. That is everything for now. So wherever that you are, I hope you have a lovely morning, day or night, and I will see you again next time. Bye.